Live, welcome. Hey, if you're eager to help your clients have exceptional results, then you're in the right place. And perhaps you've struggled with doubt about what to do because your clients aren't following through. Well, we're going to solve that here today in our live CEO Freedom Masterclass. I'm going to show you how to get your clients to actually follow through and get the results that you expect them to get as their coach, their consultant, and someone who's provided them with a program. Now, if you're watching this live stream anywhere other than our Facebook group, you can join us at ceofreedom.com/Facebook to get this weekly live training. Also daily strategy and tips and access to free resources, as well as connections with our community, which is also pretty valuable as well. I'm John Lavenia. I'm flying solo today. Usually I have my secret weapon, the amazing Shannon Lavenia, here with us, but I'm flying solo. I'm one of the creators behind the CEO Freedom programs and the paid framework, as well as the Brand Builder AI automation and integration system. So we provide entrepreneurs with tools, automations, and strategies to sell out your programs and truly dominate your space. So if you're looking to dominate your space, that's why you're here in this group and you're in the right place. So today, of course, we're going to talk about how to get your clients to follow through and get exceptional results. If you want to do that, there's going to be four things I want to put your attention on today, which are easy to implement. But as the old saying goes, as easy as it is to do the right thing, it's even easier to just not do it, right? And this may be what you've been facing with clients who haven't followed through and gotten the results that you know they could get if they just followed through. So number one, first thing we want to do, and that you can do, is establish expectations right up front, like right in your sales process. This is important, right? So let's say you've got somebody who's buying your program. Okay, or perhaps a coaching situation, or maybe a group thing, or whatever it happens to be. There should be a contract, and I know that's a scary word for some people. That just means a written agreement. Okay, so it's written, we can see it there. Here's what we can expect. That's cool. That's a good thing. Doesn't have to be terribly formal, but there's a contract, an agreement, and an onboarding for exactly what the program is or isn't, what it provides, and how your clients should show up to get the best results. Okay, now we're also in the software and professional services space, in addition to our coaching and consulting programs and all that. And there's a thing called scope creep. So here's the scope of work. So think about this, right? I'm going to buy, let's say, the web design. Okay, great. Oh, can you also help me with that? Can you also help me with that? That wasn't in the agreement. Yeah, we can. I mean, it's another agreement. It's another purchase, right? But expectations, the boundaries around that can be really loose, and that could cost you a lot of time, and it could cost your customers a lot of time if there isn't defined, clear expectations right up front. Okay, so there's a saying around here: if it isn't written, it isn't true. So put it in writing and show people, here's what you could expect. Here's the scope of work, or here's the scope of responsibilities. Here's my zone of responsibility. Here's your zone of responsibility. It's like a game of chess. I can't play alone. Actually, some people do play chess alone. I don't know how they do that. Next item, number two. All right, you want to create progress trackers. And this is a bit of machinery, or it could just be on paper. All right, but these are trackers that your students, your clients are required to fill out. So this is something they do on their own. Again, it's their own accountability that they're going to be able to track, and do that as a solo act. You don't have to hover over them. Now, this should include measurable activities like setting appointments, how many calls did you book, or appointments that were set, or sales, enrollments. You could track all different kind of action points throughout whatever business they're operating or that you're coaching them in, right? So these are things that they can track, and it's a beautiful thing when we actually have statistics to look at. Another old saying is, you can't steer a parked car. So if we're just sitting around, philosophizing about, the theories of what could be good, well, we can't optimize that. We can optimize statistics. We could say, oh, this is good, oh, this is bad, right? Either way, now we can look at the data and we can make objective decisions about it. But we can't do that if we don't track what's actually happening. And like I said before, as easy as it is to do the right thing, there you go, right? So we want to know what things are happening, because if you got more than three priorities, you don't have any. So we got to say, these are the priority things. These are the things that you want to track. And we go ahead and track them. And again, that could be high tech or low tech. We could certainly help with that. That's one of the things we do with our Brand Builder AI program and throughout CEO Freedom and the paid framework and all that. which brings me to the third thing, which is related to number two, which is accountability in itself, right? So we got a tracking device, okay, or paper or whatever it is, but we also, like in our world, we provide an accountability coach to keep people on track and moving through the program. So there's a tendency for people to get distracted. I know you can't imagine, right? Nobody gets distracted in your world. Okay, well, in our world, we tend to see people get distracted, and including ourselves, right? I mean, you point the finger, 3 point back. So we can get distracted too. So how do we stay on track? Well, we hold ourselves to account for the targets and the goals that we've set in advance. Again, this is a very decisive thing. It's not vague. It doesn't creep all over the place and blurry lines, right? So we can see that we're moving in the direction of increasing those stats or monetizing in the case of like a new business startup, or we're helping somebody get something going. There is such a thing as delayed gratification. You're gonna get the top of the mountain and it's going to be wonderful, but there should also be some more immediate gratification, and accountability helps us do that. How does accountability help this? Check this out. So if you've got measurable targets, like things that you can do, it may not have brought in $1 million, overnight, but it was moving in that right direction. That is gratifying. Is it not? I mean, think about this. I checked it off. I got it done. Hey, high integrity action. I'll tell you what, that makes me pretty happy. That's gratification right there. That's part of my pay, right? Not just being at the summit of the mountain. So the whole journey should have accountable, measurable wins along the way. So yes, while delayed gratification, also instant gratification, and accountability will help you do that. I remember watching a movie. Oh, what was it? It had Morgan Freeman played the principal of this school that was failing in Paterson, New Jersey. But there was one line in his speech that he was giving to the faculty, because the kids were doing drugs. It was craziness, right? But he said, discipline is not the enemy of enthusiasm. There it is. So that's how that works, right? So the discipline, the accountability also brings wins. It's like, yeah, I succeeded at something. I got this done. And now that big thing, it's not a big thing anymore. I'm getting into the habit of doing it. That's gratification. So discipline is not the enemy of enthusiasm. Anyway, I got that from a movie. Lean on Me, I think, was the name of the movie. I think that was it. It's kind of a classic. Yeah, check it out. Anyway, the fourth thing is that and this one is going to be polarizing. Okay. But only allow people in your program who are ready to take action. I've seen plenty of coaches who want to run like a crisis management support group or something, and everybody is like victim mentality, and I can't, and I'm so not able, and woe is me, and all this. So there's an energy, and you've experienced this. There's an energy in any group, which is the culmination, or we could say the average of the energy of the various component parts of that group. And one of those parts, they're individuals, they're people. So if you want to have a powerful group of people, kicking ass, making money, reaching goals, etc., then the parts of that group should be people who, of their own volition, have that same intent, and who are more, I would say, more cause than effect. Yeah, I'm here to get training. I don't know what to do, but I'm damn well prepared to do it. I'm a doer. I'm not a victim. Right. And so when you have those kind of people, and you populate your groups and your courses, your programs with those kind of people, it's a completely different experience than if you are allowing in what I call the spiritual vampires, right? I mean, they suck the juices right out of you, and you feel weak. You got to go take a nap and a shower after I got to deal with this person. Oh my goodness, right? Excuse makers, incompetent by choice, right? Blaming, again, crybaby, victimhood. I know this may sound a bit polarizing, but you can't be all things to all people. There are support groups. There are. I ran a mastermind group for years, and there were different topic discussions and things like that, but it was all about production and success and things. Sure, I understand people have crises in life. It happens at, whatever. That's just not the purpose of this group. There's other groups, so you can't be all things to all people. So decide who you are and what this group is about, and your coaching program. Again, this is within the scope, within the parameters of the agreement, right? And then have people conform to that, rather than you attempting to be all things to all people, or selling yourself out, so to speak, like letting anybody in. Again, I said that from experience, right? So I'm not just giving you theory. I'm giving you like, here's what we actually have observed in decades of, doing the kind of work that we do. Okay. So don't let people drain your resources and bring down the average of the group, right? Hinder the results of others. Misery loves company. You've heard that, right? So we got to be on purpose and we got to move. We got to go places. All right. So choose people who are ready to take action. So those are the 4 things. All right. So keep those in mind. And I know they're in theory, right? They're very simple to grasp. Find a way to apply each one of them. Establish expectations, right? Here's the agreement. Create a progress tracker. This could be a 1-page Google Doc or something, whatever, right? Have accountability, right? Which is something you could do like in a meeting, or you can put a staff member in to, check in and all this, right? To have accountable targets along the way, which is gratifying for everyone. And have parameters on who you allow into your group. These 4 things are going to help your clients go in the direction they want to go. So the next step for you, if you're watching this and you like what you're hearing and you want to, maybe dig into like our paid framework, which is awesome, and always works, always. So if you're looking for like mega results and like exponential increase, not just little incremental increases, but like blast off, then go ahead and book a free strategy session with us. We've got one link that you could use is ceofreedom.com/discovery. It's like a discovery session, 15, 20 minutes together, no obligations, nothing. We're just going to have a conversation, find out what's going on with your business, what's working, what's not. And if there's some things we can recommend, we certainly will. So ceofreedom.com/discovery. And again, this is for people who are looking to make at least multiple 6 figures, 20,000 a month and up. Okay. Next week, we're going to be back. I'm going to be back. Shannon's going to be back. I think I'll be here too. And we're going to be talking about how to get and use testimonials to sign more clients. If you had one sales weapon in your entire arsenal, let it be that. It's called proof, right? We're going to show you how to gather that proof, those testimonials, so that you can then show other people and they will be more inclined and motivated to participate in whatever your offers are. So I'll see you again that time, same bat place. In the meantime, make it a great day. You totally deserve it.